back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's about 9:15 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $114,885. We have a couple of candle closes today. Starting off here with the 2-week chart, we just closed. It wasn't fully a green engulfing candle, but we definitely did make up some ground from the last 2-week candle here that was fully red, and we are above the 21 moving average, which is at 101,919. So far things are on the up and up here. The only thing is that the stochastics RSI are rolling over. We're already starting with a red candle. Obviously we have 14 days before this closes. Could it be possible that we drop down, maybe do a red engulfing candle? As long as we can stay above the 21 moving average, that's all I really want. I really do not want to lose this 21 moving average. We'll have to get back to this on the next time the next candle closes. Now on the weekly chart, the stochastics reset here pretty nice, and we are already starting to point up. Could it be that we could just start going up from here, or could we roll over? We have to give this some more time to see, but the candle closed green, so this is very bullish. We are above the 21 moving average at 110,432. As long as we could stay above this 21 moving average, I remain bullish here. Let's see what ends up happening if we could continue going up. Now on the other time frames, like the 4-day time frame, you see that the stochastics already fully reset. It looks like we're on the way up. We were able to maintain ourselves above the 21 moving average, even though right now we do have a red candle, but we have about 2 days before that closes. On the 2-day chart, the stochastics are starting to get to the top, but we could still remain up here for a little bit. What's important is that we are above the 21 moving average here as well, and that's at 114,352. This closes in about 22 hours, so this will be important to look at tomorrow to see how we close. Now on the daily chart, we've closed a red candle, but we were able to remain above the 50 moving average, which is at 114,384. The stochastics are toppy. We are starting to roll over. I'm hoping that maybe we could drag here for a while. We are a little bit far away from the 21 moving average, which is at 111,955. So if we do roll over, I expect us to at least stay above this 21 moving average. Hopefully we do not lose this. And if we do roll over, maybe the 21 moving average could rise up a little bit and we meet up somewhere here. Anyway, we still need the 21 moving average to cross this 50 moving average at some point. So maybe we could just go sideways as this rolls over. Once we reset, then we could blast up. I was speaking about a possible cup and handle where this is the cup, the round part, and maybe now we're starting to make the handle here. Well, we go a little bit diagonally down, touch 21 moving average, and then from there we could go up. I did have here the inverted head and shoulder pattern, which we made pretty much most of the move. We made all the way to about 160,835. My measured move was talking about going to 117,700, so we were like $900 off. Still a winning trade there. So let's see what ends up happening with that. I'm still bullish at the moment for Bitcoin. On the other time frames, a 22-hour time frame, we are toppy. We're starting to roll over here. 21 moving average is at 113,273. I can see us coming down to that. The 12-hour chart, stochastics are also toppy. Eventually we're going to have to fall. 10-hour chart is already falling, and we did lose the 200 moving average. We weren't able to maintain ourselves here with that support. The 21 moving average is here. We have to remain above this 21 moving average. If we start losing that, then it starts to get a little bit more bearish. On the 8-hour chart, we also lost the 200 moving average. I'm hoping that we could have support here on the 21 moving average at 114,243. Now on the 4-hour chart, we lost the 21 moving average so far, but the stochastics are low. They're already reset. So I'm thinking that we could possibly bounce up from here. If we do roll over, I'm expecting us to bounce up from this 50 moving average at 113,588. So I'm thinking that it's possible that we might make it down to about 114K, use that as support, and then come up. Maybe we get into the late 113,000s around there. On the 3-hour chart, stochastics are low, so I'm expecting some type of rebound from here. On the 2-hour chart, we were low, but we're starting to roll over. We lost the 21 and the 50. Next line of support is the 80 moving average at 114,164. So again, everything's pointing kind of to like 114K. The 1-hour chart, we lost most of the moving averages. The last one is the 200 moving average here, and that's at 113,515. I can see us coming down to touch that or meet somewhere around here. And the 15-minute chart, stochastics are low. We're kind of rolling over, but we lost all the averages at the moment. We are far away from the 21 moving average, so I expect us to make some type of bounce soon here. So overall, guys, same thing. I still see us ranging from 110K to 120K. I'm expecting us to have some type of support, I would say around 113. Jerome Powell is speaking next week, I believe on Wednesday. So usually things might go a little bit sideways. We might even get like a little pump from here to then. And then once the day comes that he's going to speak, we might start falling down a little bit. And depending on what he says and how the market feels about it, we could pump or we could dump. So a lot of it is going to be dependent on what Jerome Powell talks about on Wednesday. So let's see what ends up happening. But I still see us ranging between 110K and 120K. And I feel like if we fall, we should have support around 113K. And I still see us making at least one more move upwards towards 117, 118, possibly even 120K. All right, guys. So that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.